Welcome back to the channel. So why have all graphite stocks gone down? I thought it was just market sentiment, like people just getting sick of waiting for the graphite revolution. But there is a deeper meaning, and it's because China is making synthetic graphite, which is a byproduct of petroleum. So when they make petrol, you get petroleum coke, and then you can heat that coke up for 3 weeks at 3,000 degrees, something like that. Very energy intensive, and get synthetic graphite, which the Chinese are doing really cheaply at the moment because that petroleum coke prices come down, and therefore so does the price of synthetic graphite. So it used to be that natural graphite was better cost-wise than synthetic, but now that's been eroded, so there's not much difference in price. So why would China bother buying natural graphite when they can just do a synthetic graphite from petrol at a cheaper price? So that's what China did, and they actually made a lot of factories to do that. And they got so much factories to do that they're only at 30% now. So heaps of the demand for EVs slowed down a bit. The graphite supply has increased, and therefore the prices come down. So that explains why RNU come down. SYR has actually ceased production to, like, look at the last report. Didn't do a lot of tons, and it's all doom and gloom now. Like the price of natural graphite, you can't even sell it because they can just do synthetic graphite for cheaper. But in the future, that will change. So, I still believe natural graphite will be a big thing, but it's going to be further away than we expected. That's what I think, anyway. So, synthetic comes from petrol. So, what do we know? The further we go to EVs, the further we get away from petrol. So that making less petrol, there's going to be less petroleum coke that makes synthetic graphite. Therefore, it'll be expensive to buy that petroleum coke, and synthetic graphite will be more expensive. And that's when we really head to EVs. And then synthetic will come in. Also in China, what's happened in winter, which is coming around now, they can't use a lot of power, because they obviously need the power for heating, etc. in winter. So they don't let them actually process the graphite because they use too much power. That's a really dumb way to put it. So that's what happens in winter, but they'll have enough graphite probably to go around, so they'll have enough supplies for this winter. And it's only really when we see the EVs pick up, probably 2025, 2026, probably right around the time that Tesla brings out their cheap EV, the Model 2, whatever it's going to be called. That's when we'll really see the demand kick in, and then maybe it will outstrip supply, and we'll see that rise in natural graphite. Though everyone was predicting natural graphite to go crazy, have its lithium moment, though they didn't predict that synthetic graphite will come cheaper, therefore delaying that in natural graphite. And that's what we're seeing now, and that's what all I have to say. Buy low, sell high. And you'll be waiting for a while. So this is probably the low end of natural graphite stocks, and the high will probably be around 2026, 27, 28. Not really sure, but it's not going to be any time within probably the next 1 or 2 years, I would suspect. Thank you for watching, and good night.